What about Tyra?
Snap out of it!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the craziest and most uncomfortable times RuPaul let the queens have it on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, if you're going to tell the truth and it's going to create tension in the room, then that is creating a fight.
Number 10, Mimi I'm First lifts India Farah. Things were already tense on the set during the Season 3 episode. A lip sync to Thelma Houston's Don't Leave Me This Way suddenly turned ugly.
Don't leave me this way.
Bottom 2 queen Mimi I'm First decided to throw her opponent India Farah over her shoulder and carry her onto the stage. The episode practically came to a screeching halt.
What the hell is she thinking? You can't be lifting up drag queens.
If the slow motion wasn't enough to indicate just how crazy it was, Ru's firm lecture afterward was a rare serious moment from the fun-loving host. However, it also gave us one of the show's most iconic quotes.
Drag is not a contact sport.
Number 9, Willem's disqualification. This Season 4 queen had a habit of dropping names and bombs at an alarming rate. Willem didn't take Drag Race seriously as a competition, but she always gave us good television.
I'm a successful drag queen and not some bitch who has to show for $1.
But when she was thrown off for breaking the rules, it was a marked departure for Ru and the show.
It has come to my attention that you have broken the rules.
It was all the more shocking because Willem had won the challenge. Ru had even gone through the trouble of making the bottom 2 queens lip sync before calling her forward and announcing that she had broken the rules.
Your actions have consequences, and I'm afraid you leave me no choice.
The fact that we weren't given a proper explanation made it all the more mysterious. The circumstances surrounding her disqualification would linger for ages.
Regret's kind of like a fool's game. Can't change anything that I did, and there's no use spending any time dwelling on it.
Number 8, Laganja Estranja breaks down on stage. Even in confrontation, RuPaul can stay pretty composed. It isn't until a queen really gets under her skin that peaceful facade starts to disappear.
We all do that Kiki voice. It's a funny voice, but you can't do that all the time.
Most of Season 6's Laganja Estranja storyline revolved around her not being her authentic self. That came to a head in her elimination episode when the judges confronted her. Laganja, still unable to hear the critique, insisted that at home, everyone loved her.
And I get so built up.
That's the nightclub, girl. You came to this competition to go to the next level. What we're telling you is what it takes.
But Ru saw it was time for a reality check. Her frustration was apparent as she explained why Laganja needed to hear their advice, no matter how much it hurt.
But you have got to learn how to own your stardom.
Number 7, Kahana Montrese almost quits. Strategy shenanigans and off-screen backstabbing compelled all-star Heidi N Closet to leave the competition completely.
I've done what I came here to do. I came here to have fun, show my growth, and have a kiki, honey.
It created a snowball effect that threatened to stop the season in its tracks. 2 episodes after Heidi made her exit, Ru made an unexpected and unplanned appearance in the workroom. Tears and arguments over casting roles in the Maxi Challenge almost led to Kahana Montrese leaving too.
I'm done. Yes, I want to go home.
So RuPaul gave them a pep talk, but the whole time there was an undercurrent of get it together because we don't have time for this.
Don't let your feelings sabotage your experience in this life.
Frankly, the fact that so many queens seemed unable to get their head in the game was frustrating for viewers too.
So Kahana, you feel like you ready to pack your shit and go?
No, I'm here for you.
What? And
I'm here for me.
You're here for you. That's right. That's right. That's the right answer.
Number 6, Valentina's mask. It's no secret that this Season 9 queen was a fan favorite as well as a hit with the judges.
Nothing can explain what I'm feeling as I'm waiting to have to lip sync for my life. I'm scared.
She had the potential to win the whole competition, but when she unexpectedly landed in the bottom with challenge partner Nina Bonina Brown, she spent the first part of a lip sync to Ariana Grande's Greedy with a bejeweled mask over her mouth.
You know I'm coming tonight. Don't deny it anymore.
For the first time in the show's herstory, Ru had to stop the entire performance to force her into taking it off. Valentina's initial refusal clearly had the host a little irritated.
Take that thing off of your mouth.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
It's a lip sync. What part of that do you not understand?
Number 5, Tammy Brown at the reunion. In season 1, the show was still finding its footing. Drag Race was a lot less polished, and so was its host.
It is my pleasure to have you all here at RuPaul's Drag Race. You?
Tammy Brown's goofball behavior made them a favorite among many. But it also meant that she didn't take the competition as deathly serious as she was expected to. When it came time for the queens to address the judges at the reunion, Tammy brought up their issues with their negative critiques.
That's why you're here.
So much negativity.
Because you forgot it.
Forgot what?
Ru tried to deliver some harsh truths, but Tammy wasn't having it.
It's not my responsibility to make you feel good all the time.
Yes, you both call me losers. And I don't see you out there walking children in nature.
The queen's iconic clapbacks are still quoted to this day. She's still probably one of the few queens to get the better of RuPaul.
Use your mouth.
Number 4, Ru versus Pearl. This season 7 finalist spent the season getting harangued for her low-key personality.
You have a very big personality. Pearl, you do not have a very big personality.
Pearl remained shockingly steadfast in not giving too much of herself to the show, and it was clear it was getting on the host's nerves. This nearly spilled over into the workroom walkthrough when RuPaul engaged the contestant in a stare-down.
How are you going to overcome that for this award?
I think that I have a great personality, actually.
We've seen yelling and screaming, but never have we seen Ru holding back rage like this. Pearl stared right back before adding the perfect passive-aggressive punctuation mark.
So I have something on my face.
Let's just say it took a lot of courage. As for the rest of us, we were all Max in that moment.
I feel very uncomfortable right now.
Number 3, Joe Black's H&M dress. Michelle Visage took issue with Drag Race UK Season 2's Joe Black. The Queen's runway looked off the rack. Well, as a matter of fact, it was an H&M ensemble. H&M. As soon as Joe Black admitted this, you could see the rage in RuPaul's face. Her eyelid might have even twitched. She launched into an instantly iconic and delightfully unhinged rant.
That outfit off the rack was a huge disappointment to me.
Although her larger point was about how drag queens need to put more effort into their looks than throwing on a look you could buy at any department store, the H&M hatred is what stuck.
Don't waste my time. I don't want to see any H&M.
One thing is for sure, Drag Race can kiss that potential H&M sponsorship goodbye.
What say you, Joe Black?
Number 2, make it work. The times where Ru loses her cool are few and far between.
FYI for all of you girls up there, I don't want to hear any goddamn excuses.
Here, though, she was practically shaking with rage. An ill-conceived acting challenge from the show's 7th season led to one of RuPaul's angriest tirades to date. The queens were tasked with starring in dragged-out Shakespeare parodies. Well, one group's play was a disaster from start to finish. They didn't rehearse enough, almost no one knew their lines enough, and their lack of preparation showed.
We didn't have time to re-rehearse.
Make it work. Make it work.
Ru was not happy. She was tired of the excuses and was not interested in a group of queens who were not going to give this competition their all.
I don't want to hear any goddamn excuses anymore.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the Vixen at the reunion. Few contestants railed against the Drag Race apparatus like the Vixen.
I'm just here to fight.
She came in announcing she was ready to fight, and she lived up to that entrance line. Taking issue with how black queens on the show were portrayed and treated, the Vixen revisited her season-long issues with Eureka O'Hara at the season 10 reunion.
So you poked at me until you got me upset enough to make you look like the victim.
No, my decision was never to attack
No, that's
you.
what happened.
RuPaul's insistence that the Vixen should have reacted to Eureka's goading better didn't sit well with her.
Yeah, but that's like saying, eat the cake, Anna Mae.
Oh, so it is my fault?
The Vixen ultimately walked off, not wanting to subject herself to another minute of it. Her exit left Ru and a visibly emotional Asia O'Hara to argue.
Do you think there's anything we could have said to the Vixen to make her stay?
It's not about what we say, it's about what we do.
Which of these confrontations shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments.
Now, Scarlett, before you leave, there's something we need to talk about.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.